Welcome to Coffee with a Senior, where we talk all things senior. Good morning, friends. I was at my grandson Alex's high school graduation last month, watching him walk across the stage, and I had a moment of, I don't know what to call it, recognition maybe? This tall, confident young man shaking the principal's hand was the same kid who used to hide behind my legs when strangers tried to talk to him. But more than that, I realized Alex had taught me things I never expected to learn from a 19-year-old. About resilience, about kindness, about being and seeing the world differently. Somewhere along the way, while I thought I was being the wise grandfather dispensing life's lessons, my grandchildren were quietly teaching me about life. Alex was diagnosed with dyslexia in 3rd grade. Watching him struggle with reading when it had always come easily to me was heartbreaking. I wanted to fix it, to make it easier somehow. I kept thinking there must be a way to work harder, study more, overcome that obstacle through sheer determination. But Alex taught me something different. He taught me that some challenges aren't meant to be overcome. They're meant to be worked with. He found ways to learn that didn't depend upon traditional reading. He developed incredible listening skills, amazing intelligence, creative problem solving, abilities that left me amazed. By high school, Alex wasn't trying to learn like everybody else anymore. He was learning like Alex, using his strengths to work around his challenges. And his confidence wasn't coming from conquering his dyslexia. It was coming from accepting it as part of who he was. My granddaughter Sophie taught me a different kind of lesson. When she was 14, her best friend group just dropped her. Teenage girl drama that seemed devastating at the time. I watched her cry for weeks, and I wanted to march into that school and fix everything. But Sophie handled it with the grace I'm not sure I would have had at 14, or 40 at that matter. She didn't try to force her way back into the group. She didn't badmouth the girls who hurt her. She just started over, made new friends, discovered new interests, became someone she liked better than who'd she been before. I kept waiting for her to become bitter or angry, the way I probably would have been. Instead, she became more thoughtful about friendship, more careful about how she treated people, more confident in who she was without a group to define her. And then there's my youngest grandson, Tyler, who's been my technology teacher without me even realizing it. Not just showing me how to use my phone or explaining social media, but teaching me to think about communication differently. Tyler didn't see technology as this foreign, complicated thing the way I do. To him, video calling his friend in California is as natural as walking next door was to me. He doesn't understand why I'm amazed that he can learn guitar by watching YouTube videos, or why I think it's incredible that his friends all over the world, and he's never met any of them in person. But through Tyler's eyes, I've started to see technology as connection instead of challenges. When he showed me how to send voice messages to my brother instead of trying to type long text with my clumsy fingers, it wasn't just a technical tip, it was wisdom and finding easier ways to maintain relationships. Somewhere in my 60s, I realized teaching had become mutual. It still shared stories about the past, still offering perspectives that come with decades of living. But my grandchildren are teaching me about resilience, adaptation, acceptance, and finding ways to solve old problems. They teach me that wisdom doesn't always flow downward from old to young. Sometimes the people who see the world from fresh eyes can teach those of us whose eyes have gotten set in their ways. The beautiful way is they don't know they're teaching me, they're just being themselves, handling their challenges, living their lives. But watching them navigate difficulties with creativity and grace, seeing them solve problems in ways I would have never thought of, it's given me a new appreciation for the generation coming up behind us. Paying attention to your grandchildren, not just people you want to influence, but as people who might have something valuable to teach you. Their perspective on challenges, relationships, and change might surprise you. Next week, we'll talk about something difficult but important. When friends start forgetting, and how we navigate the challenges that come with aging in our social circles. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation as much as I have. Please visit your YouTube channel where I can have other conversations with you. Until then, be open to learning from the youngest teachers in our life. Folks, cheers, my friends.